Morning everyone, morning, afternoon, how's everyone doing? How's everyone's Monday going? Hope you're well. So yeah, we'll kind of look over some pairs and anything anyone has specifically. I was trying to record the weekly watch list, but for some reason the software is not allowing me to record, so I kind of don't know what's wrong with it. So I need to figure that out before I can start recording again. But yeah, happy to kind of go over pairs and stuff on the chat here on the YouTube. Yeah, thanks, Anko. I know I covered GG off with you. I covered it off with some other one-to-ones and stuff that I did, and I kind of covered this off last week Friday as well. You know, perfectly kind of mentioned it. You know, looking at GJ from a swing perspective, you can see we perfectly came into this fib area, which aligned with this demand, tapped off, patiently waiting for the retracement. Now you can see for the retracement, here was a high to low, so price slightly broke that fib. But if I go down on a lower time frame, this is where it's key to understand, you know, we got an area of demand sitting here, but we also have this demand sitting below. So we have this area of demand sitting below with this perfect level of imbalance. So it still more or less aligns with our fib area, but again, this push here is just early inducement. So as price came into this area, which was the extreme, that's where I was waiting for. Price came in, and on this next second candle, I was entering there because again, higher time frame, I've already seen the shift over here. I've already seen price push up. This was the retracement. Higher time frame, I already know. Well, have an expectation of where price is heading. So there's nothing more. If price breaks through this, then my analysis was incorrect, and I take an L. You can see we perfectly tapped into this area during London session and started to push off to the upside. You know, what am I up 171 pips now? So, you know, I've secured some now just to take some off the table. But again, perfect, patiently waiting, you know, how we perceive structure, how we read the markets. No need to, you know, I don't need to get involved in any of this kind of stuff. Now, again, you know, to the contrary, if I wanted to kind of short here, you know, I could have, you know, I've got a logical place where price is going to come back to, which is this area before price continues pushing off. And you could see when we had this push to the downside, if I mark that from the high to the low, look where the fib came. Price perfectly came into this area of supply. Could have shorted from here, but that was Asian session. I'm not awake. But you can perfectly see, boom. Price perfectly sold off and came into this area. So it's a game of patience. You know, I don't want to be trading any of this stuff. I don't want to be trading any of this stuff. I want the high probability trade setups based on, you know, how I see the markets. So again, perfect. You know, I've secured 70% of my trade. Happy days. The rest is whatever price decides to do, it decides to do. You know, I couldn't really care less until price now creates some further structure for me to kind of look at. I also had, and again, this was just like a buy. In all fairness, I could have looked for a short buy. I thought this would have played out during the close of last week. So NAS again. Absolutely, and also I think I've updated the Discord in the chat as well, so that should be an updated version of Discord in the description. Make it look easy. Listen, when you have a defined set of rules and you're patient and you wait, it's not. It'll be cocky to say it's not difficult. It is, but that's what discipline and hard work and having a set of rules kind of gets you over a longer period of time. So yeah, so NAS, what did I see on on NAS? So NAS, you could see here's our swing high to swing low. Now price is perfectly in that fib area of reversal to short from here, but obviously we've had this huge bullish momentum, so there's no long-term short confirmation yet. But what was I looking at? So as it stands, you know, we had this 15-minute push up, and we've kind of entered a retracement from a key high time frame area. So knowing that, when I kind of took a trade on Friday, which you could see here around 7 o'clock, again, all I was trading was the pullback off of this move. So here was I'm just going to play this in replay mode. Here, just go down to the 5-minute. So here you could see, here's our 15-minute swing structure to the upside. Now, as I already mentioned, this area of price is the high time frame fib area and reversal point. So this is a key area for price to retrace from. Now, I'm not worried about all of these lows. Right now, I'm just looking at it from an intraday perspective. This area of this big push up, and we could see we had this pullback, we had a new high, and then we had a change of character to the downside. Now, if I play this out shortly here, so you can see here, just here, we create this area of supply here, and we create this structure. We create a low, we have a pullback, and then we create this new low, and boom, we have a change of character. Now with this change of character, what can I see? I can see areas of imbalance. I can see we've already had a change of character to the downside here. So here's our impulsive leg, which is this. Now again, it was Friday. All I was looking to do end of day was catch a trade as a pullback. And obviously it kind of led into the weekend, so I kind of let it run. So you can see we kind of did this. There. So we break above it and we come into this key area now. So as we come into it, I'm looking at getting long here. And again, all I was looking to do was trade the pullback off of this. Nothing major. It was like a 1 to 3.5. It was like 124 pips. And then you could see, where did I got in slightly higher. I can't exactly remember where I got in, but I traded it up to here. But I didn't close here because I didn't expect price as the market opened on Sunday to tap into this area aggressively. So by the time I saw it, I think price was down here. So I kind of lost like 30 pips or something. And then I kind of traded this pullback. But you can see this was the key reversal area. This was the key area to actually be looking to take shorts. Because we had a change of character here to the downside. Now again, this is not, you know, this has happened. I wasn't looking at the charts at this point in time really, once I closed my buy position out. But you could see we tapped into that. And then away we went. Go to the 5 minute, play this out. Boom, so we created. So the trade opportunity really would have been from there, which would have probably been, even if we took it over here, it's like 188 pips. So we had a nice clean break to the downside. And now you can see price is in this key area. You know, are we going to continue, or is price just going to react from this area of demand and kind of continue higher? That would be a question we'll kind of need to wait and see, and see if this area holds, and do we get strong rejection here. Look at that, GJ. It's probably going to be one of my best trades in probably my second best trade in terms of pip value this year. Yeah, now look at NAS. Could we see strong rejection from here? My anticipation is, now again, I've taken enough trades for the day. I've already taken 3 in total. Well, my NAS trade I closed last night, but then I had GJ this morning. So that's 2 actually. So yeah, I don't know, I might look at this, but I might not. But yeah, if this rejects here, we could be seeing a nice pullback off of this big 15-minute push up. And we got some nice levels of imbalance below here. See, it's perfect demand sink here. So we could see a nice trade from here if anyone's looking to short. Into like this area. Yeah, so this could be a good trade opportunity here. Let me know if there's any pairs, guys. Any questions, any pairs, feel free to ask and to Now again, Euro USD, you can perfectly see there was multiple trading opportunities in this. Even Ryan kind of said he missed. So I originally caught no, I caught this move. So this was the change of character. Here was the pullback. Yeah, so I caught this move up to this area of supply, but you could perfectly see where I caught it too. Now overall on the higher time frame, we can see we had a change of character here to the upside, and then as price came down, price fell to close below this. So we know Euro USD went bullish. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll get into gold. So yeah, so Euro USD. So you can see we had a change of character here. Price failed to break close below these lows here. We had a liquidity grab below here, but overall we went bullish. So now, at least from this area, when we get a change of character, we can see all of this imbalance. We already know we're bullish, so we should expect price to break above this eventually, but we know at least we're going to head up towards these areas and clear out this inefficiency and mitigate this area of demand. Now coming down into a 15-minute chart, you can see, like I said, I caught the trade here at this demand into this supply. Now you can see if we mark the last low, which was this to here, price perfectly pulled back, reaction from this supply into this area of demand, and then this would have been the trade today. Oops. There's your low, there's your high, here's your area of demand, there's your trade opportunity, and what is it pushed up from this point? 80 pips. That's probably a nice 90 pip trade. So multiple opportunities on Euro USD on an intraday basis to continue buying this. And that's just with the confidence of understanding we already had a change of character. Price on the hourly chart failed to break below this. We got all of this imbalance. You know, it's just a perfect continuation move to the upside. You have gold. So gold, I think gold is on a lower time frame pullback only to finish this bullet. Yeah, I'm not, in all honesty, I'm not entertaining gold whatsoever until we don't clear out this 2040 region. Like, here's the last bit of imbalance and there's the last supply, and this is all-time highs. So I wouldn't be too surprised if price heads towards this area by FOMC on Wednesday. And I think it will really dictate what they say during the Feds, you know, because the anticipation is that they're probably going to do a 25 basis point hike or even a pause. I don't think it'll be a pause, but if it's 25 basis points, then the market might not take it that favorably. But what we can see is what I was discussing with Ant on a one-to-one the other day, which is let's just keep on here for a second. No, I didn't take this. I've just marked this up just to see how it ends up playing out. Why is it showing minus? Long, short position. So stopped, so I said above there. That was kind of target. Yeah, so what we've done on gold, at least we've created a nice pullback here because we had this huge rally to the upside. Then here we had our retracement, and then here we've at least broken structure and created some substantial lows now to work with. So from an intraday perspective, you know, again, it's too overextended for me to even try to trade this. Now, if price was to come down, you know, I would probably entertain some buys. There's plenty more of those, Anko. So yeah, if price comes down, I would still entertain buys until we get to that key reversal area. You know, because that is the last line of defense for bearish price action. For us to be, for price to continue heading to the downside. Again, on a 4-hour, that's the extreme. So even if we don't continue full on bearish, we could probably look at something like this. You know, where's our current 4-hour swing structure? Here's our current 4-hour low, and here is the current high. So if on the hourly chart we continue to, we make some sort of a retracement, create a high, retracement, high, and then we have a shift here with a retracement, we can at least comfortably, as 0.1, start to look to trade this back down into here and fill out some inefficiency and imbalance. But till that point, gold is very, very dangerous. Like, I'm not keen on touching this at all where it is. You know, I wouldn't be even though this is an area of demand, I wouldn't be comfortable buying this where I can see all of this imbalance and inefficiency below. You know, you just, yeah, I wouldn't get involved in this at all. Like I said, if price was to retrace back down into these areas, looking to buy this up to here would be a good shout. Till that point, leaving it alone. Not entertaining it at all. Right, so what else do we have? Let's just go through the pair. So actually I did have a short list and a watch list. Let's see what we kind of have. So yeah, AUD JPY, I'm still expecting price on a higher time frame to head towards this area of imbalance and fill this out. You can see we had this push up and then we started to sell off aggressively. Now we have this area of supply on the 1 hour with imbalance resting above it. So again, similar kind of concept to what happened up over here. You could see this as we were selling off. We had supply here and we had supply here. Price sold off from the extreme. So it's a similar scenario here. You know, I would want to be patiently waiting for price to head back up, take out this liquidity, mitigate that, and then look to continue short. So again, it's not ready yet, but overall heading towards 85,500. AUD NZD, what did we have AUD NZD? So AUD NZD was a potential pullback trade to fill out, take out this liquidity above here to mitigate this supply before we continue heading lower. 1 hour, you could see we had this push up. Price came into this demand. We then reacted and had a break above. So we could see a retracement back into here as a continuation push to the upside. What did we bounce off of this area? 46 pips. So yeah, we could see a nice continuation push to the upside from here. AUD USD. So AUD USD tapped into this key area of reversal. Now on a 1 hour chart, if we just tighten this up a bit, actually, we haven't still yet mitigated this supply. This is where it's about being patient. You can see there's still some imbalance here. So we could still see a continuation push up and do this and then look for some shorts. So it's not quite played out yet. And on a 15-minute, you could see there's that imbalance and there's that area of supply. Now again, you could see here we broke below this, so we had this push up, retracement, we had a push up, and then we had a retracement. But you could see we had this unmitigated area of demand, which price didn't meet here. So this could just be a liquidity grab, a break below this, because we know that price has yet to mitigate the 1 hour and 15-minute supply, which is deeper into this area of fib. So trying to short this too early is it's not ideal at all. Euro AUD, so again, waiting to continue shorting this. It's in that higher time frame daily supply. We had a daily breaker structure. Here's our daily swing. We're currently looking at trading the 4 hour pullback. Price is reacting from this area of demand. We have this area of supply that's unmitigated. So a continuation up here to carry on shorting to the downside. So Euro CHF price has just not come back yet, so there's no real trade on this pair. Pound GBP, same thing. We just have not had the retracement to catch this move yet. And obviously Euro USD is heading to our area of supply. Now, personally, you know, I don't want to look to short this because we had that change of character. if we can get a break above and a retracement into demand, a continuation trade will be perfect, because price is efficient all the way through here. Demand is mitigated, demand is mitigated, demand is mitigated. The only demand that is not mitigated is this new one that's created. So we could see a push into supply and a pullback. Now if price doesn't break above before pulling back to this demand, then there's still a trade opportunity, but it would be lower risk. Now you could perfectly see I'm preempting and marking my fib up to that area. Now look where there's demand. Perfectly rests within this area. So that's a nice key area for price to head back to before we can see the next potential push to the upside. Now again, it would be lower risk because this is a strong area of supply and price could technically roll over, but with the higher time frame change of character and seeing price push to the upside, I would be anticipating this area to hold. GJ, as we've already discussed. So GU, again, we only got a minor retracement here, and then price started to push to the upside. Overall, we are in that 4-hour pullback with this change of character here. You know, if we can get something like this as a continuation, then I'll be interested. Where price is currently, there's no real trade opportunity. So US 30, yeah, and this is again where it's about being patient. So US 30, we could see on the hourly time frame we had a change of character to the upside here. Now go down to the 15-minute, there was our swing low and there was our swing high. Now this is where it's like, you know, you have to be patient and not aggressively enter. Like, what do we always say? We want price to come and respect our zone. Now there was two areas of demand here. We had demand sitting here, and then we had this demand at the bottom, which rested below that 70 to 79 at the base of this, which when price came down here, it never mitigated this, and we had some inefficiency, minor inefficiency here. So price came all the way down here. So as it kind of stands, yeah, I can go over it again. Literally covered Euro USD just now. Maybe if you go back like literally 5 minutes in the stream, you'll see the entire analysis for Euro USD. So yeah, right now I would say if we can break out of this area and some sort of a pullback for a continuation up would be ideal for Euro USD. Sorry, US 30. Like I would probably expect the retracement to happen from this area of supply, but I would like to see this break. If we can break this and then get a pullback and hold some newly created demand here, then it could be a good continuation move to the upside. No worries, Uncle. So yeah, where it is now, unless you caught the bottom of this, which you can see where we had this big push up. Now again, this is what we talk about when we say we want some, like, you just want price not to break through. So here is our demand that sits at the bottom. Here is price coming into this area. We reject off of it. We push up, come back, fail to break. Then we push up and we break above this minor supply here. And then we come down, fail to break, create some support, and then we start pushing up. So, you know, the buy could have been here. And where's price pushed off from this area? Like 486 pips. So now it's just a waiting game. Can we break out of this? And if we see this is the key reversal area, some imbalance here, so expecting price to potentially head back into this area, hold this area, and then look to buy this from here. Would be something I would look at. NZDJPY. NZDJPY looks pretty horrible to me, to be fair. I'm expecting it to come up and fill out all of this inefficiency above. We had this big push up. Yeah, so NZDJPY, you would kind of want to see price breaking above this area of supply before anything. Like right now in this, in this downtrend, had this low, high, low. So, so we could be seeing again NZDJPY heading up towards this area to fill this area of supply. Yeah, but it's not clean for me. There's other JPY pairs that are much cleaner than this, and to get involved in this is a bit sideways, a bit not something I'll be really keen at. Yeah, like daily, it's, you could see still bullish on the daily, because we had this push up, had a retracement, we had this push up, we had a retracement, we had this push up, and then we had a retracement, and then we just went kind of sideways. But I could definitely see it heading back up towards like 86, 87 from where it's at. But the cleaner move would be just to see this supply failing. But like I said, intraday there could be trade opportunities back up into here. We have some liquidity here. And we have some imbalance here. Any questions, guys? Any other pairs or anything at all? So USD CAD hasn't tapped into this supply here, and it hasn't yet mitigated our key fib area. Now in a 4 hour we have demand sitting here, so overall I'm still expecting price to continue down here and then give us some sort of a change of character to continue trading back potentially into the 1.38 area. Because if you look at the 4-hour chart, where's our current swing? You know, this was our pullback, this was our retracement, and this is our pullback off of this move down here. Now this fib that I've got marked here is from our weekly swing, which is this. You know, so price is retesting this area, so we are in a key area of reversal. Again, this area here. Now, does price want to, in this uptrend, so you can see in this pullback, you could see, you know, we create a higher high, higher low, 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 and now are we looking to break this? You know, so the trend is still to the upside in this pullback. The pullback is not yet complete. On that weekly and on a daily, you can see price is the same. There's our high, there's our retracement, there's our high, there's our retracement. This is internal. There's our high, there's our retracement, high retracement, and then we had this huge rally. Then we had a pullback, and now we're doing this. So we're still bullish in the pullback, but we're at that key area of reversal. So we are in a critical area of reversal, but we haven't tapped this last area of supply that I've got, this indecision candle, where we had this sell-off, where this kind of trend shifted into this pullback. So I'm still anticipating upside, but like I said, we haven't yet come into this 4-hour demand that rests at the bottom of our fib area. So still expecting price to continue bearish here, at least until here, and then give us a shift to continue buying that back up. So AUD CAD is you know, there's still some downside in my personal opinion. You know, we have demand here. So AUD CAD, again, if we look at it from a daily perspective, you know, we had this push up, we came down, price respected our fib area, and then we started to shift off to the upside. Now, here we had a daily break after this big rally, and then we had a change of character here, so we entered a pullback. So I'm expecting price potentially to do something like this before we do the next push to the upside. So there's our impulsive, here's our correction, there's our impulsive. Now on the 4-hour, like I said, we have demand here and we have demand here. We have a couple of areas of demand that align with the major swing fib pullback. But right now, where's price? Price is pulling back. We reacted to this area of supply and then started to continue higher. Now we have this unmitigated area of supply. As you can see, these wicks never tapped into this, and we have some liquidity here. So again, on the hourly chart right now, you know, if price comes back over here, there's an intraday buy opportunity, but once price taps into this, you'd want to wait for a reversal to continue shorting this. So again, it's about patiently waiting, you know, because nothing is really set up yet. We haven't yet tapped into this zone, but we have created a nice area of demand. So we know there's still some buying opportunity here. So we have this area of demand here. So if price comes back into this before tapping our area here, we can nicely buy this up, and then from here we would want to see a change of character on the higher time frame in order to short this. But what would be the trade opportunity here? Still like 84 pips to the upside potentially. Bitcoin is just I think the next area of resistance for Bitcoin is coming up at 30,000. I think we'll see a push from 30,000 potentially back down to 20. But it's yeah, it's really difficult to really gauge where it's at. You know, it's perfectly reacted from our fib, and it's currently on a pullback from this major sell-off that we had. So we could still see upside on Bitcoin. I think we could see it retrace here and then continue pushing up back into like the 40k plus mark. So yeah, area of resistance, or our area of supply, sits at 30, just above 30,000. Yeah, bang on more or less 30,000. So we could see a retracement to fill out all of this imbalance and inefficiency. So it'll be interesting to see what price does when it gets there. Right guys, short and sweet. That's going to be it from me. Trade safe if you're not in a trade. Be careful. Remember, stick to the rules. Study. And everything will follow. Big news, yeah, we got FOMC this week. Tomorrow we've got CAD CPI numbers coming out. And on Wednesday we have GBP CPI numbers, and we have FOMC. And then Thursday we have GBP monetary policy, and Swiss franc as well. So there's quite a lot of news this week. But yeah, definitely it's a wrap. Trade safe. Now, like, look at this, just this key area. If we had taken a trade here, would have been up like nearly 50 pips on NAS. Indeed, lots of volume. And I think with everything going on with the banks and the situation, there's lots of volatility in the market. So, yeah. But again, you know, we stick to our rules. And don't let it phase us. So, yeah, take it easy, guys.